Hello everyone, and we are back with another part of No, I'm Not a Human. Now, it's been a while since our last episode. I've decided to continue playing the game from where we left off. So far, the aliens have been going around taking people, and we're holed up in the house with the survivors. You're looking at the ruins of the old family home, a happy family, and a strange feeling overwhelms you, as if death was coming to your house. Right, as you can see, someone is knocking at the door, but we're checking what's outside the windows first. You see a human skull decorating on a stake, still wearing a helmet. The skin has been burnt black, like someone has been yanking out his teeth. The head must have been up there all day. You can't shake the feeling that the grisly displays threat probably left behind by that creepy, pale visitor. Out the window at the road. FEMA officials inspecting the site of the recent massacre. They're taking all the dead soldiers' equipment, weapons to prevent looting. Now there are a few more body bags. The soldier again.
Good evening. I'm with FEMA. We're running a routine inspection in our neighbourhood. Don't worry, it won't take long. And will the people
return it took? What about the last inspection?
The results were inconclusive. To study the signs effects out, we'll need to take someone else from your household.
Looks like the government's wanting more survivors. Fine if there's no other way. I'm not interested in these tests.
Don't worry, the procedure's demanding us, but we'll allow time to rest. Once tests are done, we'll tell you what to do next. If you're unable to immediately transfer a suspected visitor to quarantine zone, issue them a mandatory appearance slip.
There's FEMA taking more of our survivors, and it's Anorexic Man again. So you're still held up here, see? He's trying to eat the survivors. What did you think of that guy, the one in the suit? He's just doing his job. I don't know how to feel about him.
Times are rough lately.
Just one thing after another, am I right? Maybe the suits will restore order. Or shall we take matters into our own hands? I can't do anything. I'm doing what I can. And what exactly can you do? Can you ward off death? Stop the floods, the fires, the decay? The only thing you can stop is a heartbeat. So, you alone? Still scrambling to survive in the new world, are we? Why? Dogs rule the world now, and only dogs survive here. You understand what I mean? Yes, things will never get back to the way they were. Life changed. You're falling out of rhythm. Next time we meet, things will be interesting. Just trying to get in the house. As soon as we've got no one in, you'll be in to eat her like a KFC bucket. Now this bald priest, wonderful. The cat's with you. What do you with the one who's brought? It is for you to decide. How did you know about the cat? Why did you ask me to let someone with a cat into my house? How do you know about the cat? I see further than most, a gift I was given. I don't see all, but you, I know what awaits further down the path you walk. Something terrible comes to meet you. You are not the cause, yet you will feel its touch all the same. Perhaps they'll mention it on the radio. Will you listen? Am I supposed to do with the information? What's going to happen? Nothing. I've already said too much. But for 2 days yonder testing portends doom. Hold your scrutiny until the third sunrise. If you can do that, my guardians can continue. Maybe it will bring peace, or at least help you move on. I hope to see you soon. There's anorexic bald man. So the next visitor is... Someone's definitely an alien. What's wrong with you? What? The man looks at you, eyebrows raised. He seems unable to answer. Did someone sew your mouth shut? What am I supposed to do with you? He mumbles while waving his arms. You can't be sure, but his cheeks seem wet with tears. Leave or come in. He nods and steps inside. Now, I don't know why I decided to let this one in the house, but more survivors are better. And obviously do checks to make sure they're human or an alien. This fat one's definitely an alien. Y'all home? Been eating all the KFC. Ain't looking for nobody. Mama just needs a place to lay her head, darling. Whole darn neighborhood got gone cleared out. Ain't no one knows where. I've been running ever since, looking for a place to hunker down. Why did they evict you? What about... It was a whole darn building. Some folks just stay put, and the yellers just yanked them out like they were picking folks willy-nilly. Bunch of tenants got snatched up, bless their hearts. They ain't chased the rest of us too much. Now Mama's just trying to stay alive, darling. Come in, you should leave. Fine, just don't open the door for them yellow fellas. Matter of fact, don't open it at all. Ha ha ha. It's bring my brood here, Big Mama. Make sure you don't die alone. Ha ha. My alien's just looking for a free McDonald's dinner. Looks like no one else is coming home tonight. So another day survived. See if anything's changed out the windows. One less survivor, the neighbour's daughter gone. It's time to go to sleep. See what the news has to say. Emergency broadcast. All the KFCs have closed down. Wildfires are now sweeping across the forested regions. Experts believe that normally higher solar activity is to blame. While the full scale of the disaster remains unclear, fire crews from nearby cities have been deployed to contain the blaze. Despite the fires, visitors continue to terrorize the nation. FEMA has announced a new identifying sign to aid the public in their fight against the visitors. Aura film photography. Dark patches appear on the captured image, and a strong indicator that the subject may be a visitor, aka an alien in disguise. Stay calm and remain indoors during daylight hours. Up next, a word from our sponsors. Let's check on our survivors, how many we have, and see what the mood is in the household. And there's Barry the cat. Meow. Pick up the cat, pet the cat. Meow, meow, meow. There's a bunker where we can hide in. Food supplies, potatoes for making chips. Just need some fish and we're sorted, some fish and chips. There's the rations. Now our bunker. Back up to the main floor of the house now. There's a man with a sore mouth in the cupboard. And you need to test him to make sure he's not an infected visitor. Ooh. Let's check his eyes. Green. He's muttering a load of stuff. Do some more testing. Obviously, we won't be able to check the teeth because his mouth's shown shut. Now that red bit there, that is a warning sign. Check his hands. Hands. Bits of dirt in them. Ooh, there's muttering. Are you too? I had him with a femur slip because we're not sure. And he's talking again. And then he's remaining silent. Well, he's definitely a visitor. We'll send him to the government to deal with. And check in the hippie. Sup, dude? There's something wrong. Looks like the conversation is over. He's still silent of the last episode. Let's go to the next night. Say who's going to be knocking at the door tonight. And there's a full city satellite. Looks like the infected visitors are running rampant. Looks like no one else is coming tonight. Panicked people rush to nearby houses. They bang on doors desperate for shelter. But it seems no one is willing to let them in. The visitors have set the full town alight, trying to get as many survivors as they can. See what's happening out the windows. The path along the field is littered with the bodies of those who tried to run. Nearby stands the man responsible, a female officer. He holds a rifle, smoke still drifting from the barrel. You see a woman crying over her wounded husband. You can't tell if he's alive or dead. Tear-streaked, she drags his heavy body away from the gunfire. You're left with a single thought: things will only get worse. That's it for the night. We'll call that night a night. Some shut-eye. We interrupt the program with breaking news. Reports of civil unrest are coming from the neighbouring city. Due to unresolved circumstances, FEMA forces have sealed off the area. Please remain in your homes. Stay where you are and await further instructions. Remember, support FEMA and join their fight against the visitors. That's the latest for now. Next up, some ads. Up next, a special report on the nature of the visitors. What are the visitors? Ghosts, creatures from the deep underground. No, this is neither a sci-fi novel nor cheap headline. This is our new reality. Rumours continue to swirl about the visitors' true origin. Are they aliens, The Walking Dead, a lab experiment gone wrong? According to authorities, these are all just baseless theories. Studies show the visitors is a human who has come into contact with an undetermined biological agent. Methods of transmission remains unknown, and FEMA urges everyone to stay alert for signs of the visitors. If you believe you've been exposed or unsure where you might be a visitor, call the FEMA hotline on 000 451. That's the latest for now. Stay tuned for more after the break. Dangerously lone survivors. Still got this possible alien with his mouth sewn shut, and with the hippie. Those are two survivors. Subdued, there's something wrong. Looks like the conversation is over. Still no conversation from the hippie. And give him a joint and he might start talking. Have to sleep and do another night. I don't want to sleep right now, I'm full of energy. Just have some Coca-Cola from the fridge. Let's check this hippie because we've got 2 energy points on me as well. I was supposed to communicate. What now? And he's talking before when we give him that slip. It's a glitch in the game. Just drink some Coca-Cola from the fridge. Nice glass of Carling. Can of Carling. And we have another night. See who's knocking at the door. There's Barry the cat laying on the floor. Good day, homeowner. Are you renting out rooms here? Something like that. I just let people in. Something like that. A rather vague answer. Well, fine. I suppose we can finalise an agreement at a later date. Backdated appropriately, of course. Although in your formal contract, how much do you charge per night? 50 quid. £50 sterling. Pay what you want if you feel you have to. I don't need your money. Excuse me, do I look like I need a favour? Unbelievable to think a member of the respectable rental institution would turn their nose at good money. Fine, we'll settle this properly later with a full legal contract. Come in, you should leave. We'll let them in as we need more survivors. Thank you, homeowner. We can discuss the rental terms in full detail later. I'm thinking that one's probably a human because he wants to rent. He's definitely an alien, fucking Shrek there. Hey buddy, got any room, sir? Ain't nothing too crazy. I got kicked out from my mother-in-law cause I threw a FEMA guy out of the house. Now she's scared they'll come knocking. Hey, gotcha, I'm missing you, buddy. I don't even have a mother-in-law, I ain't even married. Which means I'm free to hit up the bar if you ever feel like grabbing a drink. The alien's trying to make her go to the pub for a drink, try and get well. I'm not kind of stand-up guy, but hey, what's wrong with being a little funny while the world's falling apart? Laughing to keep you the sane, but even if everything else going without him, I'd be long gone. Sorry if my jokes rubbed the wrong way, I'm just trying, you know. So you're gonna let me in, buddy? Should leave. Damn, buddy. Alright, I won't bother you too, I'm off. Hey. Can you let me in, pal? Who are you? What happened to you? I got caught in the midday sun, cough cough, putting out forest fires. I'm the only one left from my squad. It's been one of the firefighters. The rest, they cough, the boss just wouldn't let them leave. Now they're on shift eternally. So one of the survivors that got caught in the fire. Hospital, there's no more hospitals, pal. When the visitors came, the whole point of hospitals went up in smoke. Hard to get treatment if you can't trust who's treating you. There's no helping me now. And I'm better off putting out those fires and die out there with my buddies. I don't have much time left anyway. I'm gonna let him in. I don't think I'll be in your hair for too long. Another survival helper. They give us a little slip of paperwork before we went to put the fires out. It's a mandate telling us to report to FEMA quarantine zone, but why go if everyone else just ends up dead? Here, I don't need it anyway. You can just throw it away or use it for something else. Receive one note of FEMA notice. Looks like no one else is coming for tonight. Seems going out the windows. On a pole hangs a man with a sign that reads, "You took everything from me." Was he robbed, or did FEMA take his family? Your mind races, but there's no answer, only guesses. So, yeah. On the path stands a man armed with an assault rifle. He looks completely insane. His jacket is covered with torn out teeth, eyes, and who knows what else. It's hard to make out from here. What if they were trophies? What if he kills not for defense but for sport? Whatever the case, you hope you are not his enemy. Check the neighbour's house, what remains. A group of evicted stand by your neighbour's ruined house. They are in shock, whispering among themselves. They likely want to take shelter there. But is there any place left to hide from all this? Any place in the world? So it's off to bed. Concludes another episode of No, I'm Not a Human. Check what the news has to say. Good afternoon, this is the news.